Are you ready to conquer the UPSC exam? Introducing the Current Affairs Revision module by Shankar IAS Academy. With this module, you can effectively revise the latest current affairs crucial for your prelims. Each question carefully curated to match the UPSC standards, ensuring you are fully prepared for the big day. And the best part, it is absolutely free. So why wait? Join our Current Affairs Revision module. Check the registration link and the schedule in the description. Good evening, aspirants. Welcome to Daily News Analysis of Shankar IAS Academy. Today's date is 18th of March 2024. Displayed here are the articles that we are going to discuss today. So without much delay, let us get into the first news article discussion. Look at this article. Recently, researchers at IceCube Observatory made a revelation that they had found the interaction of tau neutrinos. This was based on analyzing the data available from 2011 to 2020. With this backdrop, let us understand in brief about neutrinos, IceCube Observatory from the prelims perspective. Firstly, let us understand what are neutrinos. See, proton, neutron and electron are tiny particles that make up atoms. The neutrino is also a tiny elementary particle, but it is not a part of atom. Such particles are also found to exist in nature. It is known that neutrinos have very tiny mass, no charge and spin off, and also it interacts very weakly with other matter particles. So weakly that every second trillions of neutrinos fall on us and pass through our bodies unnoticed. One may also wonder, how are these neutrinos produced? See, neutrinos come from the sun and other stars, cosmic events like supernova that come from beyond the solar system and from the Big Bang from which our universe originated. They can also be produced in the lab. One interesting thing about neutrinos is that they come in three types or flavors: electron neutrinos, muon neutrinos and tau neutrinos. In addition to this, they can change from one flavor to another as they travel. This process is called neutrino oscillation and is an unusual quantum phenomenon. Now, why do scientists study these neutrinos? Neutrinos to understand more about the universe, including its origin and how it works. Neutrinos are also powerful tools for studying the universe because they don't get deflected or hindered. Detecting and studying neutrinos can give us insights into the processes happening inside the stars, the nature of dark matters, and even the early moments of the universe after the Big Bang. We know studying neutrinos has so much advantage, and on the other hand, these ghost particles are elusive and very difficult to detect. So how can they be detected? This is where IceCube Observatory comes in. The IceCube Observatory is a large neutrino detector located deep in the ice at the South Pole. The observatory is about 1 kilometer square wide and it is placed under the ice of thickness 2.5 kilometers in the South Pole of the Earth. Now, why is the observatory placed under 2.5 kilometer thick ice? Neutrino detectors are often built underground to isolate from the cosmic rays from the space and any other sources of background radiation. So the 2.5 kilometer ice filters out the cosmic ray and other background radiation. Now, how does this observatory work? When a neutrino passes through the ice, there is a small chance it will collide with an atomic nucleus or an electron in the ice. This collision produces other particles, including charged particles like electrons and muons. This collision creates a flash of light called Cherenkov light. The IceCube Observatory's detectors sense the Cherenkov light by carefully measuring the timing and intensity of light signals recorded. With this, scientists can reconstruct the path and properties of neutrinos that triggered the signal. This information helps in determining the energy, direction, and types of the detected neutrinos. In this aspect, it is to be noted that India-based Neutrino Observatory has been proposed to study neutrinos in a 1200 meter deep cave in Theni district of Tamil Nadu. They will study atmospheric neutrinos only because solar neutrinos have much lower energy than the detector can detect. So that's all about this article. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Look at this Indian Express article. The main issue is that violence and looting by gangs in Haiti, a Caribbean country, have severely damaged the healthcare system. More than half of the hospitals and medical facilities in the capital and the Artibonite region are either closed or not fully operational due to safety concerns and the thefts of medicines and supplies. This crisis has left the medical infrastructure in disarray, endangering thousands of lives in the country, which is already facing health challenges and the threat of famine. With this, let us understand this issue in detail from the exam perspective. Haiti, a Caribbean country, is going through a really tough time. The country has been facing a lot of problems for many years, including bad politics, natural disasters like earthquake, and not having president since 2021. This has led to a lot of chaos, especially in the capital city, Port-au-Prince, where violent groups have taken over much of the area. Ariel Henry, who was in charge after the president was killed, has not been able to fix these problems. He said that he could not organize elections because of the violence and other issues, which made people even more upset. Now he has agreed to step down, but only if other countries in the Caribbean and the United States help form a new government. However, many countries in Haiti and others who want to help believe that solutions should come from Haitians themselves, not from other countries. They think this is the best way to really solve the country's problems. Since a big earthquake in 2010 killing lot of people and destroying homes, the country has struggled to get back on its feet. More disasters followed, making it even harder to rebuild. Some political groups and violent gangs have taken advantage of the situation, causing more harm and making it unsafe for the people. On top of this, there is not enough food, and it might get worse because gangs are blocking the ports, stopping food supplies from coming in. Some people from other countries have tried to help, but it's been complicated. For example, Haiti asked Kenya for help, but that plan didn't work out. Some people worry that help from other countries might not really fix the problems. Now with Henry planning to leave this position, it's not clear what will happen next. Some of the leaders of the violent groups say that they want a government that is chosen for Haitians. Many people agree that Haiti needs to find its own way out of this crisis. A few years ago, a group in Haiti came up with a plan called Montana Accord for a new government to help fix things, but it's been hard to make it happen. Overall, Haiti is in a really difficult situation, and finding a way out requires everyone to work together, focusing on what Haitians want and need. That's all about this article. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Look at this article. This editorial talks about the increasing usage of AI in elections. This is the crux of the article. In our analysis, we shall discuss about the influence of AI in the elections and democracy. The author says that the speed at which the tech is growing suggests that the day is not far off when generative artificial intelligence will transform into artificial general intelligence. That is, machine mimic the capabilities of human beings. It can bring opportunities and challenges at the same time. This is all about the editorial. Now, before getting into the discussion, let us look into the syllabus. See, this topic will come in GS2 under Parliament and State Legislatures, Structure, Functioning, Conduct of Business, Powers and Privileges, and issues arising out of these, Features of Representation of People's Act. So this is about the syllabus. Now first, we will look at the question. Discuss how AI can be used to solve political issues in India and what are the challenges. This question asks us to discuss about the usage of AI in solving political issues in India. On the other hand, it asks us to enlist and discuss the challenges associated with the AI in politics. Let us start with the introduction. Elections are the cornerstones of any democratic system. It reflects the will of the people, fosters responsibility and accountability of the leaders. As we all know that the humanity is in the middle of fourth industrial revolution with advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data invading every aspect of life, business, etc. Now this has invaded the politico-administrative sphere, playing a major role in politics. So in our discussion, we are going to see about the prospects and issues of AI in politics. So this can be your introduction. Here you can note that we have a lead to main body of the answer. Now talking about the main body of the answer, in the first part, we shall talk about the significance of AI in politics. The first and foremost reason is that monitoring for election frauds. Utilizing the big data AI, we can scrutinize the election-related data in real time and detect any signs of fraudulent activities. Know that it's capable of identifying any discrepancies like unusual patterns in voter registrations and ballot submissions, which are very crucial for maintaining the integrity of the elections. Secondly, the use of AI can, in many instances, lead to a cost-effective campaigning for less wealthy candidates. See, various PRS data shows inequality in spending with respect to many parties. Moreover, we know that small parties are often struggling to mobilize money. So, AI-based marketing will reduce this disparity and provide a level playing field for small parties. Thirdly, it can be used to increase the surveillance of the election process and make it a robust process. Let us see an example. In 2021, the Bihar Election Commission tied up with AI firm Taku to use the video analytics with optical character recognition (OCR) to analyze CCTV footages from counting booths during the Panchayat elections. Fourthly, with the use of AI, we can enhance the voter education and awareness program. See, recently an AI-tailored deepfake video of a late Tamil Nadu politician, Mr. Karnataka, surfaced on the internet. Even though it is meant for political purpose, the video like this will increase the awareness on elections and result in increased turnouts. Finally, with AI, the parties can increase the outreach to local issues to individual voters using their local dialects. This personalization can increase political awareness and promote more informed voting decisions and ultimately benefiting the marginalized communities. With this, we have completed the first part of the body. In the second part, we shall see about the challenges in using AI in elections. Firstly, with respect to misinformation in elections. See, deep fakes have been used to spread misinformation affecting the public opinion and outcomes. Example, a fake audio in the US President Biden discouraging voting. This kind of misinformation can be often used to create a communal disharmony in the society for political milieu. Secondly, AI and big data analytics could be used for increasing the surveillance and curbing the personal liberty. For example, the various issues like Cambridge Analytica scandal is a glaring example of using technology to suppress democracy. Thirdly, with the aim to reduce the inequality, this may actually perpetuate it. This is because the largest parties can afford to it while neglecting the smaller parties. Finally, we are facing lack of effective regulations to deal with the issues of ethical usage of AI and associated technologies. The obsolete IT Rules 2000 and IPC is inefficient to mitigate the risk of misuse and ensure transparency. This is about the body of the answer. Now coming to the conclusion, AI and its usage is a double-edged sword with the potential for disruption and the ability to enhance the democracy. We as a society should implement the measures to counteract the deepfakes and misinformation and increase use of AI for voter education, fraud detection and increased accessibility can strengthen democratic processes and result in a foolproof election. So that's all about this mains answer writing practice. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Look at this article. Recently, Google's DeepMind has revealed first of its kind AI-based gaming agent called SIMA. SIMA stands for Scalable Instructable Multi-Word Agent, which has the ability to follow the natural language instructions. With this backdrop, let us understand in brief about working of SIMA from the prelims perspective. For those who don't know, artificial intelligence or AI is like teaching computers to think and learn like humans. It helps machines to do tasks that usually need human brains, such as understanding speech or recognizing faces. AI is changing many areas of life like medicine, banking, driving, and even how we watch movies. There are different types of AI. For example, machine learning helps computers get better at tasks by practicing with lots of data. Similarly, deep learning is a special type that helps computers recognize patterns. Another part called natural language processing that lets computers to understand and speak our language. Similarly, computer vision helps them see and understand pictures and videos. While AI can do great things, we also have to think carefully about how we use it because it can bring up tricky questions about privacy, fairness, and jobs. Now let us understand about SIMA in brief. SIMA stands for Scalable Instructable Multi-Word Agent. Is a AI-based gaming agent that plays games with people. It's good at understanding what we say, that is the natural language, and can make its own decisions. SIMA can do many different tasks in gaming, making it very versatile gaming partner. So what are its features? See, SIMA is like a smart virtual friend that can follow orders in different online worlds, whether it's going on adventurous or making bit castles. It gets what you are saying because it knows how to understand human talk. If you tell it to do something like build something or find something, it knows just what you mean. What's cool about SIMA is that it learns from spending time with you. The more you talk and give it tasks, the smarter it becomes, getting better at figuring out what you want over time. So that's all about SIMA. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Look at this article. Recently, India chose not to vote on a proposal about Islamophobia put forward by Pakistan and supported by China at United Nations General Assembly. India's reason was that the proposal only focused on one religion, Islam, and did not mention the unfair treatment and violence against other religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. India believes that all religions facing discrimination should be recognized, not just one. Though the issue behind the draft resolution might not be so important for prelims, basic understanding about UNGA, about United Nations General Assembly, is certainly a necessity for 2024 prelims. So let's now go through United Nations General Assembly in brief. See, the General Assembly was established in 1945 under the Charter of United Nations, and it is the chief deliberative, policy-making and representative organ of the United Nations. Note, all 193 members of United Nations are represented in the General Assembly, and this makes it the only body with universal representation. See, the Assembly provides a unique forum for multilateral discussions involving international issues that are covered by the Charter, and the decisions on important questions such as those on peace and security, admission of new members, and budgetary matters require a 2/3 of majority, whereas decisions on other questions are done by a simple majority. The Assembly also plays a significant role in the process of standard setting and the codification of international law. Remember, each year in September, the full UN membership meets in the General Assembly in New York for the annual General Assembly session. The primary phase of these meetings generally runs from September through part of January until all issues are addressed, which is often before the next session starts. It can also reconvene for special and emergency special sessions. Know that the Assembly's president changes with each annual session and is elected by the body itself. And the president of the General Assembly is elected every year by a secret ballot and requires a simple majority vote of the General Assembly. The General Assembly president is empowered to enforce rules of procedure such as opening debate, setting the agenda, limiting speaking times for representatives, and suspending or adjourning debate. Note that the presidency of the General Assembly rotates among the 5 regional groups, which include Group of Asian countries, Group of East European countries, Group of Latin American and Caribbean states, and the Group of African states, the Western European and other state groups. This General Assembly elects a non-permanent members of the Security Council and other UN bodies such as Human Rights Council, and it also appoints the Secretary General based on the Security Council's recommendation. Apart from this, its other functions include the consideration of the reports from other organs of United Nations, assessing the financial situations of member states, and also to approve the UN budget. So that's all about United Nations General Assembly. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Look at this article. Karnataka government recently banned the use of harmful coloring agents in Gopi Manchurian and cotton candy. It says that the violation will attract imprisonment of up to 7 years and fine up to 10 lakhs. This is the crux of this article. In our discussion, we shall cover this issue from our exam perspective. Firstly, the food samples from various locations in Karnataka shows that the artificial coloring was found in the 171 Gobi Manchurian samples and in 15 of 25 cotton candy samples. So based on these findings, an order has been issued banning the use of prohibited artificial colors of rhodamine B in Gobi Manchurian and cotton candy. Now let us see about the rhodamine B from our exam perspective. Firstly, what is rhodamine B? See, rhodamine B is a chemical compound commonly used in synthetic dyes for coloring silk, jute, leather, cotton and wool, as well as the cosmetics and plastic industries. Know that its low cost makes it a popular choice for food coloring. Now let us see how harmful is rhodamine B. See, there are many reports indicating a potential health hazards like skin and eye irritation, respiratory issues and carcinogenicity. Moreover, let us see about the FSSAI's approved food colors and flavors. They are caramel, riboflavin, saffron, annatto, curcumin, carotene and carotenoids, including beta-carotene, red color from Ponciu 4R, carmoisin and erythrosine, yellow color tartrazine and sunset yellow FCF, blue color indigo carmine and brilliant blue FCF, and green color fast green FCF. So these are all some of the approved food colors and flavors by FSSAI. So with this, let us move on to the prelims practice question discussion. First question, Montana Accord recently in news is related to which of the following country? Just now we saw this in our discussion. So the answer is option C. Next question, with reference to UN General Assembly, consider the following statements. The UN General Assembly is the only UN organ where all the member states have equal representation. Yes, this statement is correct. The Assembly make recommendations on any matters within the scope of the UN except matters of peace and security under Security Council's consideration. This statement is also correct. So the answer is option C. Next question, with which of the following statements about artificial intelligence and machine learning is correct? So artificial intelligence and machine learning are two terms used interchangeably to describe the same concept. This is incorrect because these two are different concepts. Next, AI is a subject of ML focusing on the algorithms that enable the computers to mimic human intelligence. This is incorrect. Next, deep learning is a type of AI that doesn't utilize the neural networks. This statement is incorrect because neutrinos. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning that utilizes artificial neural networks to understand and represent the patterns in data. So this statement is incorrect. Next, machine learning is a subject of artificial intelligence encompassing algorithms that allow machines to learn from data and make predictions. This statement is correct. Next question. Which of the following statements about IceCube Neutrino Observatory is correct? IceCube is located in the Arctic region directly under the North Pole. This statement is incorrect because it is located in the South Pole. Next, IceCube primarily studies cosmic rays and their interactions with Earth's atmosphere. This statement is incorrect because it studies about the neutrinos. Third, IceCube uses a network of undersea sensors to detect neutrinos passing through the Earth. This statement is correct. IceCube's primary focus is the study of gravitational waves emitted by distant celestial objects. This statement is incorrect. So the answer is option C. Displayed here is the mains practice question for you today. Understand the question and try to answer it in the comment section. With this, we come to the end of this news article discussion. If you like the video, do like, share and subscribe to Shankar IAS Academy. Thank you so much for watching.